So today I'd like to help you to have a few tools in your pocket to be able to work through stress or maybe some emotional challenges or even a headache. So I want to show you a few acupressure points that I use commonly. And these are wonderful things. In fact, you might already be intuitively using these. Like if you do have a headache, you might automatically go to the side of your head. And that's because there are points there that help the body to become calm again. So we're going to start. First of all, I want to make sure you have clean hands whenever you're touching your face. Just make sure you have clean hands, especially these days when we're dealing with COVID and different cold viruses that are around. So clean hands, we'll start with clean hands. The next thing I want you to do is just to allow yourself to begin to breathe. So focus on breathing in through the nose, letting the belly rise, and then letting it all out. And let that continue as we move through this. Just keep focusing on the breath. So the first thing we're going to do is bring the hands together and just begin to rub them and let them create some friction, some heat, some chi, some energy. So you might feel them begin to warm up. We're just going to get them nice and warm, maybe even a little bit more pressure, or increase the frequency of the movement. And then go ahead when you're ready and just have them lie right on your face. It just feels good to kind of relax. My hands are still a bit cold, but ideally you'd like them to be warm. So you can keep them. I'm going to move through these exercises rather swiftly, but you can let this be as long as you want during the day. Like if you need a break, if you just need to deal with some energy shifting or maybe a headache, or you're just not feeling great, these things can be done at longer lengths of time. So once you have your hands nice and energetic, place them on your over your eyes, give yourself a break. And then I want you to take very, very lightly, we're going to take our fingertips and we're just going to gently tap on the skin. So believe it or not, this slight bit of tapping, I'm barely tapping. I mean, I can feel it and it actually feels wonderful. But this tapping stimulates blood flow and energy shifting. So you can, if you need to get in, into smaller places, you can just use 2 fingers. You can do above your lips, you can do your chin, you can even go into your neck, and even into your chest. You can tap or you can use the palm of your hand. But all of this is just energetically beginning to shift energy and allow for circulation to increase, blood flow to move through the skin tissue, muscles, and all of that helps to improve the way you feel and really the way you look. Not that we're focusing on that right now, but it really does bring that energetic glow back to your face, which results in you feeling better, not just the way you look, but just feeling better. So we're just tapping. Once again, you can do this as long as you like. I'm going to go ahead and stop here with the tapping, but I want to show you a few points that I think are really powerful. The first one is right between the eyebrows. So this is a very relaxing point. We're just going to gently take the pointer finger and go right between the eyebrows to the third eye. And I like to hold the pointer finger there for just a moment, almost letting the point realize we're working with it, if you will. And then you can begin to make a massage, maybe in a circular motion. Again, I'm speeding these up. So when you're taking this time during the day to focus on yourself, you can let these be very relaxing, maybe even have some music playing, but again, always letting the breath flow, letting the belly rise with the breath. You can reverse your circle here. You can even gently tap on the spot if that feels good, but just listen to what you need and you will do what your body needs. So I will move on to another point. So again, this is one that I commonly am using for maybe some pressure here in the head. So I take my pointer fingers and I begin by just letting my fingers rest in the indentation next to my eyes, really right here. So I typically just start with holding the space, and then I begin to move in a circular motion. So circular one way, circular in the reverse, and just give yourself some time to work on that spot. When I have an intense headache, and it's like, okay, I can't do anything else, I gotta focus on the headache. Take your thumbs, and right here in the inside, right underneath the bone of the brow, right where the brows end to form the nose bridge, I take my thumbs and I gently put them right underneath, and I allow them to kind of find their little home. There's usually my thumbs just fit perfectly right into this area, and sometimes I'll lower my elbows and let my head rest down, or sometimes I'll just hold them in the air. But just a gentle amount of pressure. None of this requires a lot of pressure, but I let my thumbs hold these spots, sometimes for a couple minutes, and I always have positive results with this spot, especially when I have a headache. Now what'll happen is you'll start to calm down, and then before you know it, the headache will be gone. So the faster don't wait for any of like what I mean is, like, don't wait too long. Don't wait for the headache to get so bad that you are, in great pain and you're not functioning effectively. Like, get out of your own way and allow yourself to get the support you need. So I think those 2 points, the point between your brows, your third eye, the side point. There's one more point that I like to use my pinkies to access, and that is in the ear. So right in the top portion, if you take your finger and you go right in that little area that's inside the ear, I'm touching that flat part of my ear. I'm underneath that. My finger is like hooking into, I don't know if you can see where my finger is, but my finger is hooking into that spot. So that flat part that is right on the ear, that is another point that is really great for relaxation. So you can do both ears at the same time. So you can just place your pinkies right on those spots. And sometimes I just go with my instinct, and sometimes it feels good to massage and do a little bit of a lifting and really moving the ear. And other times I don't do anything. I just stay still and I hold my fingers in that spot. So these are really wonderful for relaxation. If you're feeling stressed and filled with anxiety, these are points that are wonderful for calming you down. And you have access to these things all the time because you're with your body all the time. So if you need to pull over, and you're driving and you need to pull over at the grocery store and just take a moment, in the parking lot and give yourself a little bit of a massage and using these points, you can. If you're in the middle of work or if you're on a phone call, you have access to these, especially if you're wearing a headset and you have freedom to move your fingers. But these spots, these points are wonderful. So just remember that. But the one that I really enjoy is just simply tapping and just bringing the blood flow to the face, and that light tapping is just so comforting and calming. So try these, and again, if you have any questions, just let me know, and I hope you find that they're very valuable. So let me know what you think. Take care.